Play fake. Mahomes. His left. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
Let's go.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
On second down, here's Nwangu. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well.
They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Kene Nwangu with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On first down, it's Fields. Forced out to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 39. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Second and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
They'll set up the screen for Nwangu.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. So on fourth down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here first and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on fourth down.
Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball.
Final shot before the half for Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half.
This taken in at the goal line.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
2nd down and 7.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Yeah, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Here's Fields on the sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Fields. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Fields. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Mahomes, maybe a free play. Rolling to his right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And that last penalty makes his 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. On the run is Nwogu. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. And the first down, Chiefs. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run with Nwogu. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Now it's Nwangu. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensive. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target,
and that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious.
They don't want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
And this one complete to Will Fuller. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Fields on 1st down. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield.
And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A huge play there for Chicago.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. On the jet sweep, here comes Fuller. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
58 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
Dobbins. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Watch the backer, watch the backer. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Check tight end, check tight. Check tight.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Bears cut into that lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And that'll make this a 19-point game.
Makes the score Chiefs 41, Bears 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. First play's a run with Nwangu. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Another run now for Nwangu. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes eluding the pressure right.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Fields. And he'll find Hall. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long, had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Now a throw here to his running back. Touchdown, Chicago!
fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Extra point safely through, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taking it about the 1.
Oh, good return up past the 30.
Past midfield. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
114 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And he'll just get rid of it. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game. That time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Now Mahomes.
He'll get this to Nwangu. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. Touchdown! Mecole Hardman, his 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Chiefs are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 40.
Here's a give to Dobbins.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
A shotgun snap, Fields.
And the grab by Croft. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
From the 50, here's Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 30. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off, actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chiefs, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it's a slip-up that could cost them as they drop now to 12-3.
And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.